everybody. This is Brent back with another edition of Near Mint. Musings! Shout out to Bill Burr on that one. How you guys doing? I just hit record. I just wanted to record this. Got some thoughts. It's Jackie Robinson Day. Jackie Robinson. I am currently in a hotel room in Spokane Valley, Washington. Back from vacation and back out on the road consulting. Today is Jackie Robinson Day, and this is one of my favorite cards that I own. And I brought it with me because I thought I might make a video. And even if I didn't make a video, I wanted to bring it with me just so I could look at this card and be thankful that I own it and be thankful for him and what he did for baseball, sports, humanity, and just being an icon in adversity overcome and just being that symbol of rising above. And I appreciate him on Jackie Robinson Day. So, like I said, I just got back from vacation and I went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And some of you are going, ooh, that sounds rough, Brent. Yeah, it wasn't rough. It was quite nice. It was amazing to get away. It's been over 2 years since my family went on vacation. This time it's just my wife, my daughter, and I. My son's in the Air Force now, so minus one, so this is 3 of us got away for about 9 days. I've never been to Mexico before, so this was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and it's super cheap right now. If any of you, well, a couple PSAs, if any of you are wondering if it's safe to travel overseas, well, it's safe to travel to Mexico. In fact, I think it was cleaner, safer. They had more regulations in place, whether that's your thing or not. All you have to do is get a COVID test before you fly back to the States, and everything was hunky-dory, and I'm back at work, and wanted to share a couple thoughts, and some of it's kind of stemming from my trip to Mexico recently. Some of you, if you've been following my channel, I've kind of been hinting and showing some things here and there. I haven't really done it in earnest yet. Really focusing on a Latin American collection as far as my PC goes. I've always been an Edgar Martinez collector from Puerto Rico. Got some Roberto Clemente cards, but just trying to pick up the iconic players from Latin America of the past and of the present too. You know, Francisco Lindor, Javi Baez, and Fernando Tatis. Looks like I probably should have got my Acuna because he is crazy off the charts right now. So I don't even know how much his cards are right now. They're probably tens of thousands of dollars for a PSA 5. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. My wife being Puerto Rican, it's very Latin American culture is prevalent in my family and extended family, and I've embraced that, and I just love the genuine appreciation of life and the fervor and whatever that comes with players that play baseball that are Latin. You think of Tatis and Acuna and others that just resonate fun and joy, and that's what I love. And I saw that in spades when we were in Mexico. I mean, Puerto Vallarta, for those of you who haven't gone or aren't aware, and I really wasn't aware until I went, it's a tourist destination for a lot of Americans and Canadians. But my wife and I decided to not do all the touristy stuff. We did a couple things, just, because, my daughter's 16 and we didn't want to go down there and do anything fun. But we decided to kind of stay off the grid a little, away from the hotel district, and just kind of embrace the culture that is authentic of Puerto Vallarta and Mexican life. And my gosh, I'm so glad we did that. We met some amazing people. I was able to really use some of my Spanish. I'm not fluent by any means, but it was fun to try to speak Spanish and just show my appreciation for the culture. And what a great experience. Just beautiful, beautiful people. and genuinely kind-hearted. God, they work hard, and they're just appreciative of what they have and who they're with. Love their families. And I see this in my wife's Puerto Rican family as well. Just that huge bond of family connections. And I had a chance of talking to a local in English, because I can't really have a conversation in Spanish. I'm not fluent at all. But I go, can I ask you an honest question? What do you think of Americans? Be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You know, what are some thoughts that come to your mind when you hear and see Americans that travel down here? And he said, stressed, always in a hurry. And then he was struggling for a word. And, you know, he's like, and it feels like we owe them. And I'm like, I think the word you're looking for is entitled. And he goes, I'll take your word for it. But anyways, that's what he was trying to get at. And I see that in spades, man. If you want to see how obnoxious and entitled Americans think they are or feel that they are, I saw it in spades. I was embarrassed. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, ugh. My wife's like, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican on this trip. I don't want to be American. I mean, technically Puerto Ricans are American. You get my point. And I just saw this overarching sense of entitlement. And you're probably wondering where this is all going. And like I said, I just hit record. So be thankful for what you have. Realize you have it good. Realize that many of the things that we bitch and moan about on a daily basis, I am saying we, so, you know, there's 4 fingers pointed back at me. They're so trivial. We are so blessed. God has blessed us with so much. I am blessed beyond measure. And sometimes it takes to step away from the normalcy of what we have, to get away from the noise and just appreciate life for what it is, and appreciate who is with us along for the ride in life. And I'm so thankful. This trip, I did not plan on coming back with such a heavy dose of perspective, but goodness sakes, I got it. And we haven't gone through much. The world is crazy right now. It's scary. I don't like a lot of what's going on right now, but we haven't gone through. We're not going through much. This guy went through a lot. Roberto Clemente, he went through a lot. Manny Minoso, he went through a lot. Some of these Negro players from the Negro Leagues, these Black Hispanics, they went through a lot. And this isn't about race. This is just about identifying what truly is travail and adversity. And I hold in such a high level of respect what some of these legends went through. And I came back to the States with such a heavy dose of appreciation for what I have, and knowing that things that stress me out. I've been stressed a lot in going back to last year. Just, you know, from being furloughed to just being uncertain, just letting things that shouldn't bother me. And I came back with such a burden lifted, I guess, for lack of a better term, a sense of it's not worth it. There is a song by my favorite band ever, Depeche Mode. That's right, my favorite band is Depeche Mode. There's a song off their 1993 album, Songs of Faith and Devotion, a song called Judas. Depeche Mode is a very religion. They like to use religion a lot in their songs, more the symbolism, not necessarily the, you know, personal relationships you might have with God or salvation or whatever, but just kind of the symbolism. And there's a song called Judas. And the chorus goes like this. I want you to think of the words, because this is kind of what I want to wrap up with and kind of tie it into the hobby and tie it into just life in general. The song Judas, the chorus goes, idle talk and idle promises, cheating Judases and doubting Thomases. Don't just stand there and shout it. Do something about it. There's a lot of shouting in the world right now. A lot. There's a lot of shouting in the hobby. And, it's trivial. The hobby's trivial. And I'm saying that on purpose because you compare, all the craziness and noise in the hobby. Yeah, it is what it is. It can be frustrating. I try to block it out and just kind of, keep my blinders on what I love about the hobby and not let the rest of it, affect me. But there's a lot of noise, shouting in the world. There's a lot of shouting, but not a lot of doing anything about it. I hear the shout, but I don't see the about. Idle talk and idle promises. So here's my parting thought. Take a step back. Count your blessings. Take a deep breath and just reflect. I have my faith. I have my family. I'm well off. I have a nice house. I have a great job. My kids are doing okay. I love my collection. I love the hobby. There's so many cards that I have not looked at enough because I get caught up in the noise, the shouting, gotta buy this, gotta buy that. Ooh, it's shiny. Ooh, I don't have that. And it's the chase, it's the grab, it's the find, but it's not the look at this. Appreciate. Read the backs of cards. Read them. Let that create a rabbit trail of discovery, of learning more history about the player, about the league, about that year, about whatever. But just count your blessings. There's an old hymn. Count your blessings. Name them one by one. Count your blessings. See what God has done. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to believe in God. But you get the idea. Count your blessings. And be thankful. Block out the noise. And if you're going to shout, do something about it. Make your noise count. Block out the noise. And if you're going to make the noise, make it count. I appreciate all of you. And if you made it to the end of this video, you're good people. Thanks for hearing me ramble. I appreciate you all. Happy Jackie Robinson Day. And we'll catch you next time. All right.